What's up, guys? Today I wanted to talk about the reality of being a small Twitch streamer from the perspective of an actual small Twitch streamer. A lot of the times I see posts with small streamer in the title from creators who have hundreds of viewers in their streams and hundreds of thousands of TikTok followers. And while yes, technically that is a small streamer compared to big streamers who have millions of followers, there's also hundreds more people subbing and watching your streams than someone who is truly a small creator like me, who is lucky to get 10 viewers on a stream or 1,000 followers on social media. I also wanted to talk about this because I feel like the process of being a small streamer gets romanticized online, which makes a lot of people want to try it for themselves when in reality they may end up hating what streaming actually is versus what they think it is in their mind and how it's painted in the media. To start, I want to talk about responsibilities you have as a small streamer. So it's easy to look at streaming and think that what you see is what you get. Being a streamer means sitting at your desk playing games and talking to chat. And well, yes, that is what goes into the streaming part of it. People don't realize that being a streamer takes so much more work than just streaming. For starters, discoverability on Twitch is ass, and everybody pretty much knows that at this point. And if you were to ask any of these how to grow creators, they'll tell you the same thing. In order to grow on Twitch, you have to grow your other platforms first. This means that if you want to become a successful Twitch streamer, your best chance is to become successful on other platforms first. Which in turn means that in order to be good at streaming, you kind of have to be good at everything. You need to be able to think of YouTube video ideas, edit those videos, create thumbnails for those videos, and post them all on a weekly basis. That means that you have to be good at video editing and Photoshop, and don't forget that you have to do this exact same process for TikTok, except over there you need to be posting 3 times a day. All of these things that I've mentioned are a skill that people go to school to learn, or they spend months teaching themselves for each individual skill. Learning how to edit really well doesn't necessarily mean that you'll understand how to use Photoshop, and if you do happen to figure that part out, then you'll also have to make sure that your videos have a super cool lighting setup, which means that you'll have to be learning how to do lighting, or you'll have to learn how to do audio. I guess my point is, being good at streaming isn't enough. Creators are forced to be more than just one thing. They're demanded to be everything. On a film set, you would have one person or teams of people dedicated to each individual area. So you'd have one person or a team of people for lighting, and a separate team for audio, a separate person to write the script, and separate people to edit the film. But when you're making content, you're expected to do every single role yourself, and you're also expected to do it well. Personally, I love making content, and it's super fun learning how to progress at all of these different skills. But just because I enjoy it doesn't make it any less hard. Not every day can I wake up with the rise and grind mentality, and honestly, I don't think that every day should be filled with 8+ hours of straight hard work as some of these creators want to make you believe. You should be allowed to take rest days and breaks, and sometimes it feels like that's just not an option in the small streaming space. I know some people are thinking, you don't have to learn all of those skills, you can hire people to do them for you, like an editor. And that brings me to my next point. The financial side of being a streamer. With the way the internet is these days, it really seems like only the biggest and baddest of setups get picked up by the algorithm. People try to tell you you don't need the best equipment to get started, just start streaming. But the people who are telling you that have a $1,000 camera in their face, $200 worth of lighting equipment, and a $500 mic hanging above their head. The truth is, you don't need the best equipment to start streaming, but you do need decent equipment. We can't pretend that people are going to watch your stream if it has terrible audio and stream quality that looks like pixels. To get even decent quality stuff costs a lot of money. Streaming takes a lot of things. The very basics, such as a PC that can even handle running a stream while you play a game, is probably going to be the most expensive part on its own. And then you need the mouse and the keyboard and the webcam and the mic, and eventually the list gets so long that you've spent well over $1,000 on something that's supposed to be a hobby. And that's just the hardware side of it. Let's not forget that if you don't have time to edit your own content because you have school or work, you'll have to pay an editor to help you get things done, which again is an added check. The reality is, the streaming industry is about expensive equipment, and that's because it's fun. It's fun to see these creators with super cool setups and brand new tech. There's nothing wrong with that being a part of the industry, but it's important to be honest about it. Being a small streamer means paying out of pocket for tech or editors, and if you want those things, you're gonna have to work a lot harder for them. In my case, I do have an editor to save myself time throughout my week because I'm a full-time college student and I also have a job outside of streaming. But because I have one, that means that I have to budget money for 4 edited videos each month. And when I want to add things to my setup, if I can't afford them for myself, it means waiting for a holiday or a birthday to get it, or picking up extra shifts at work to make sure that I don't accidentally end up using my rent money to pay for it. And finally, the last thing that I want to talk about is the mental effects of streaming. Being a small creator means that you can turn on your stream and get 20 viewers with lots of chatters, or 0 viewers and an absolutely dead chat. Each stream, you never know who's going to feel like showing up that day or if they'll stay if you decide to play a brand new game. And all of this takes a huge mental toll on you as a creator. I get it. People say it shouldn't be about the numbers, and it's not about the numbers, but it is about the experience. And the experience stops being good when there's no one there to share it with. For me, I stream because I love connecting with my chat, and I honestly think I'm good at it. I stream to give chat the experience of hanging out with one of their friends, and I like to make them feel like they're part of that experience. For me, the fun part of streaming is making myself and other people smile and have fun, and when there's only 5 viewers in your stream with absolutely none of them talking, it can be kind of discouraging to keep the live going on for that day. Plus, your other social media accounts are going to fluctuate like crazy. I have a video that got over 6,000 views, and I have others that haven't even reached 100. To see some videos do super well like that, it gives you this high, and when your next video tanks, it makes you feel like the reason was you. And even if you tell yourself the video was good, it was just the algorithm, you can't change the algorithm, you can only change your content. So you start to ask yourself, what did you do wrong, and what can you do better? Constantly analyzing your work and comparing it to others is tough, and seeing people blow up quickly or achieve success can take a toll on some people. But I didn't come here just to say that the reality of streaming is that it all sucks and is bad feelings. So let me tell you about the best parts of being a small streamer. Being a small streamer definitely has its perks, and the biggest part of that is the community. When you're a small streamer, you have an advantage to the big guys, because when people are chatting with you, it gives you the opportunity to really connect with that chat in a genuine and unique way. I have a few regulars in my stream that I talk to every single time I go live, and it's gotten to the point where I honestly feel like I know them on a personal level, and they feel like friends, even if I know they're not. Big streamers know that their community is there, but it's kind of hard to feel such a personal connection with any individual person. I think another positive of being a small creator is that you get to grow with your community and shape it the way you want it to be. When you're small, you're still in the process of building your community, so it's a lot easier to shape it into the one that you want. If people come in with energy that you don't like, you can take steps to disengage with those comments or let them know that that's not what you're about, to shape your community closer to what you would like it to be. Whereas with big streamers, I think they have less of a say in what their chat is like, and they kind of just have to either ignore it entirely or play into what it wants. And I also think another part that is great about being a small creator is getting excited when your content does well. Anytime a video or a stream pops off, it gives you this rush and it makes you feel a lot of happiness and adrenaline. Being able to chase after things like YouTube Partner or Twitch Partner is ultimately a fun journey, and being able to have a definitive goal like that to work towards can feel really exciting and motivating, and it feels especially great when things are going well. For me, that's one of my favorite parts of it. I love the chase, and I love working hard every day to achieve a goal. It allows me to be proud of myself and give me something worth fighting for. Finally, I want to talk about why I made this video. The purpose of this video definitely is not to say this is why being a small streamer sucks and you shouldn't try to be a streamer. I wanted to make this video to show people who are thinking of starting streaming what it's really like. If you don't have a passion for video creation and you just want to play games, you can do that without trying to get partnered on Twitch. I think with the way the internet is today, people forget that they're allowed to have hobbies and not everything that you do needs to be turned into a monetizable thing. If you just want to play games and let your friends watch, sure, you can stream on Twitch, but that doesn't mean you want to pursue the career of being a streamer. And before I end this video, I also want to note that this is in no way me complaining about being a small streamer or crying that I'm not big enough. I love being a creator, and I love being a small creator. But I think with all of the romanticizing that goes on in the community, it's important to talk about some of the harder truths within it. And I also think that we should all be allowed to analyze and critique the things that we partake in while still holding space for joy and love for them. At the end of the day, I pursue content creation because I love it, and clearly I would still be doing it even if I wasn't making money, because I'm pursuing it right now and it definitely doesn't pay the bills yet. I think that's all I want to say for now, but I definitely have some more thoughts on this stuff if you guys want to hear it. If you made it to the end of this video, I just want to say thank you. You're a real one. And if you like the style of this video, you should definitely check out this one. I really think you'll like it too. I also want to say, if you agreed with the points that I made in this video or disagree and have some points that you want to make of your own, please let me know in the comments. I will be reading and responding to every single one of them. That's going to be all for now. Please make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe because it helps me out a ton. Peace out.